So I was asked this question: why stop and praise? Why not keep going? And it is a very, very good question. And however, I'm going to be like, well, part of me is like, well, why don't you just try it and let me know how it works? That's the snarky side of me. Says, why don't you trust me as a trainer, because it's not damaging to your horse, and just try it. So let's say that aside. Let's say you try it, but you really want to know why. And that is a good question. Why not just keep going? When they have the gait or when they drop their head, why not just release the reins and keep going? Well, my first, not argument, but point would be many of the riders that come to me all do that. They all have horses that gait and they keep them going, and the horses stop gaiting and they don't pick it up again. So clearly, I want to say it doesn't work. At least all the people that are coming to me, they've tried it and it doesn't work. And my other argument is that horses learn when you stop. They don't learn while they're going. They learn what you reward them for. So here, I'm gonna ask them to gait. Nice little gait. The low head, little trotty. A little bit trotty, it's all right. This is a first hack outside, so I'm not too worried. But I want to stop and praise right there. Beautiful gait, so I'm going to stop and praise, and whoa. And you might say, well, why don't you just keep him going? But keeping him going doesn't train him to do anything. All it does is he keeps going, but he's going to get tired. If we stop and praise for the right thing, that's when they learn. Just continuing to go doesn't teach them anything. But I am willing to talk about it and address any arguments people have. Prove to me, and I don't mean prove, but give me examples why continuing to go is better for a horse to learn, or any animal to learn, rather than giving them a break and telling them, yes, you did a good job. The problem I think we run into is that so many riders are used to just going forward, and the idea of stopping is like, oh my gosh, that's awful. Cloud, come. And so if it was anything else, if it was training a basketball player, Cloud, if it was training a basketball player, anybody else, Cloudy, come on. Hi. Good, how are you? If it was training anything else, we know that telling them when they got it right is the way to continue getting them to do it right, and not just drilling for an hour or 30 minutes without any feedback. So when you ask a horse to just keep going for 30 minutes or 5 minutes or even 2 minutes without any feedback, then you have just basically drilled without giving a horse any idea of whether he's right or not. Yes, good boy, and whoa. Now maybe we're gonna bring up the idea, well, what about not just stopping and standing, what about walking? And the idea is, I want the horse to really soak it in, not just think it's business as usual, but that actually what we're doing, he did the right thing, and he wants to know how to get more of that. Good job. And it's that idea of soaking in, of thinking and considering what they just did that was right, that's gonna really help the horses get the idea and repeat it again, because that's what we want. If we think about it, what we're really asking is we want the horse to do what he just did again. Good gait, and whoa. So how do we get him to do it again? Do you think just asking for a mile of gait is going to make him want to gait more? Well, not really. The idea is we want to give them a little bit of gait, praise them for it, and then if they might be willing to do it again. We want to increase the frequency and or the duration of the gait. And we use that with stop and praise. Now, some people might be like, well, but I don't want to stop every 10 feet of gait. And I go, well, sure, you stop at the beginning every 10 feet, but once they start to get it, then you stop every 20 feet, and then 50, and then 30, well, no, not 30, 50, and then 100, and then a quarter mile. It compounds rather than makes the horse lazier or worse. It makes them better because they understand what you're asking. And today I'm not only asking for a gait, I want slow and relaxed, actually. Good, good, because this guy's used to being a little bit hotter, really go forward, and so we're just working on stopping and standing, relaxing, and now we're going back towards home. And can we stop and stand quietly? Yes, we can. Good boy. Working on softness when there's no rush to keep up with anybody, because I want him to be willing to repeat it again. Easy. To realize that slowing down is a good thing. Good. There's pretty trotty, and I can just feel it. I don't mind too much. Again, I'm not totally trying to fix it today. There we go. Easy. So I don't want the head that high. And I want a slow speed without me having to pull. So I want to be able to give him a loose rein. Yes, good boy. And whoa. And so now we're heading toward home, and stopping is a little bit harder. Good job. Good boy. Stand, I know. And this is his first time out. And so I'll have a horse stop and stand. Good job. I don't want to fight him too much. If facing away is going to be a little bit easier, we can stop and stand here. Good boy. So why stop and praise? One, because it works. And that honestly should be enough for most people to at least try it. I've had so many people around the world tell me that stop and praise has changed how they train. The horses are less frustrated, the riders are less frustrated, and it makes sense to the horse. The second reason is it gives them time to soak it in. And that's part of why it works. So it's part of this first reason. Good. And why not? It teaches you to be more patient. Good job. So here, got higher energy. It really wants to go forward, so I could just hold the reins tight and never let go, which is what a lot of people do going home. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna let go. And then we're gonna slow down, and then I'm gonna let go. Totally loose. I'm gonna slow down, and I'm gonna let go. And I'm gonna slow down, and I'm gonna let go. And I'm gonna slow down, and I'm gonna let go. And I'm gonna keep him on the grass because he's shod, and the road is pretty slippery. Good. We're gonna slow down, and I'm gonna let go, because what most horses will do, Cloud, come, is you never let go. Stay, Cloud. Good job. So now he's, Cloud, come here. Cloud, come. So most horses, you never let go of the reins because they want to go back. And he's being prancy and what I would call a little hot. So he's going sideways, wanting to get over to the road and go in the direction he wants. And the worst thing you can do is continue to hold that constant pressure. And so I'm holding the pressure and letting go. And I slow him down and I let go because I don't let him run away. And I'm keeping him on this nice wide area. There we go, and I release, and he drops his head. And then as soon as he speeds up, I put pressure. And as soon as he softens or slows down, I release the pressure. Good. Good. And this is just training. And what you'll see is, today he's pretty prancy to go home. Good. But after a couple of days of this, especially as I incorporate feeding the food away from home, you'll see that improve. Okay. Slow down, and I'm riding in a snaffle. So here I'm pulling, and then as soon as he slows down, I release. And it's the release that people won't do. So if you can see, my reins are loose, and then they're tight, and then they're loose. And then I'm gonna pull, and he's bringing his nose in, which is not what I'm asking. Good. Good walk. Nope, no prancing. Now what I might do to give us a break, so there's some grass under this tree, and I might let him stop and eat because I'll find the best grass. Would you like to eat? I'm gonna move him so his butt isn't, there you go. Okay, and I'll give him a cue. Okay. Okay. Yes, okay, you can eat now. And he's still learning that this is the deal. Okay, there you go. He's looking for some grain. I'll let him eat that grass though. That's good. Oh yeah, we don't have that grass in the pasture. Yes. So this is partly just having him learn that being away from the barn is good, that stopping and resting is always good.